There's just no loyalty left in this business.
You got the info I paid for?
How many of them are there?
I never whacked anyone that didn't have it coming.
Double tap was your best option.
This is breaking news from Channel 5. Our field correspondent Vanessa Rodriguez is live with the latest storm coverage from Miami Beach.
The National Weather Service forecasts that Hurricane Amy could be the biggest storm to ever hit the coastal area. All residents are advised to evacuate immediately.
In other news, the trial of reputed Miami mob boss Don Mario is set to begin next week. The government's case is believed to hinge on the testimony of former mobster Michael Lefty McGuire.
I can't believe that McGuire is going to rat me out after everything I've done for him. There's just no loyalty left in the business. Chris, I need you and Patty Cakes to go downtown and whack this guy pronto.
But Papa, the storm is heading in fast. You heard the TV lady. We gotta get out of here, yeah?
No son of mine runs from a little rain, especially when there is work to be done. You two knuckleheads, get yourselves an umbrella and go take care of Lefty. This storm is just the opportunity we've been waiting for.
Central, this is Mockingbird. We've got a major storm moving in on us fast. Landing is too risky. We're going to have to abort the pickup, over.
This is Deputy Director Miller. You have got to get the witness to a secure location ASAP. McGuire is not safe in the local jail.
That has to have been the craziest stunt I've seen. What's so important that's got you jumping out of a perfectly good chopper?
You've got my man in custody, Captain. I'm here for McGuire.
As you can see, the force of the hurricane has produced a massive storm surge and very powerful winds. It's hard to stay on my feet. Only a small portion of the city heeded the warnings and evacuated. Major freeways are now closed, and your only option is to seek shelter from the storm wherever you are. This looks really bad. I've lived in Miami my whole life and never seen a storm this intense.
We've got to tell Braxton right away. Mr. Braxton, the hurricane is coming in much faster than we expected. We must shut down the experiment before it gets any worse.
Nonsense, Dr. Carter. We have prepared for this and all contingencies. We must complete the testing and get to market before those upstarts at Sigma 7. We are on a tight schedule, and since you don't need to be here, please leave the control room.
I need your help. We have to shut down the experiment before it's too late.
But you heard Mr. Braxton. He's not concerned about the storm.
Braxton is an incompetent fool. He's only in charge because his father owns the company. If containment fails and the bioagent gets released into the storm, there will be a catastrophe.
You can count on me. What do you want me to do?
There's an emergency power system in the basement. If you can disable that, the primary system will abort the experiment.
And what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to hack into the mainframe and make sure the experiment can't be restarted.
So there's a new marshal in town. Cell Block's been buzzing about that big entrance you made jumping from your chopper. You some kind of super cop or something?
McGuire, you better hope I'm super enough to keep you alive to testify.
Yeah, about that. Word is the Don is offering big money to any of these jailbirds that clip my wings. What's your plan to keep me safe, Marshal?
What do we have here? Not exactly model employee behavior. Security teams, move in!
That's far enough, miss. Step away from the generator and come with us. This isolation ward will hold you and your accomplice until Mr. Braxton decides what to do with you two.
The storm surge is massive. A wall of water has engulfed the coast. We're receiving reports of widespread blackouts across the city. They caught me before I could disable the generator.
All we can do now is pray that containment doesn't fail.
Boss, the storm is getting worse. What the heck are we doing out here?
You heard my dad. We gotta take Lefty out before he testifies. Here comes my guy now. Fancy meeting you out on a night like tonight, Officer Jones. You got the info I paid for?
We got an unexpected complication. Some John Wayne-type marshal is on the case now. He could be moving McGuire out of the jail to a safe house tonight.
That'll do, Jones. That'll do.
Sorry, I can't afford to lend you any of my men. Dealing with this storm is a stretch too thin. Are you sure you don't want to just stay put until it clears?
The sooner I get McGuire to a safe house, the better.
Are these cuffs really necessary, Marshal? It's not like I'm gonna run away in this storm.
McGuire, just sit tight and enjoy the ride.
Boss, that's Lefty in that car with the Fed. They ain't got no backup or nothing.
This is going to be easier than I thought. Just like shooting fish in a barrel, Pasquale. What's a US Marshal pull in here these days? After taxes and all.
McGuire, I would bust scum like you and Don Mario for free.
Would a healthy-sized cash deposit into the bank account of your choice persuade you into letting me get lost in this storm?
Not a chance. Your blood money isn't going to help you now.
You got me all wrong, Marshal. I never whacked anyone that didn't have it coming.
We got company. Looks like some of the Don's boys on our tail.
Mr. Braxton, the generators have been flooded by the storm. Main power has failed. We are losing containment on the experiment. The bioagent is getting into the ventilation ducts.
Incompetent fools! How could you let this happen?
We finally managed to pick the lock on the door, but it's only been about 20 minutes since the power failure. Are you sure it's safe to leave the isolation ward?
By now, the bioagent will have dissipated. The air outside of this room will be back to normal.
What happened to all the people that breathed the air before it dissipated? That guard doesn't look so great. What's wrong with him, Dr. Carter?
I'd need to examine him to be sure, but he looks like he's been exposed to the bioagent. Don't let him touch you. He's most likely highly contagious. Run!
You don't have to tell me twice.
Boss, we got him now!
I'm gonna be a made man after we finish off Lefty. No way Dad can pass me over again. They're gonna run us off this bridge if they don't shoot us first. Uncuff me and give me a gun.
No way, I'm trusting you with a weapon. Take the wheel and steer.
Boss, I'm hit!
Yeah, but you ain't dead yet. What are you stopping for? They're getting away.
Can you believe there's still traffic in a storm like this? We told all these people to stay off the roads.
Watch out!
Oh, shit!
This is Vanessa Rodriguez for Channel 5 News, live at the scene of a horrific car crash on the JFK Causeway Bridge. Eyewitnesses on the scene have confirmed that a police car transporting former mobster Michael Lefty McGuire crashed over the guardrails and into the bay below. No survivors have been found.
Sleep with the fishes. That'll teach that rat bastard to squeal on the family.
Gotta get these cuffs off. He's losing air fast. Damn safety glass. One more, and I should be through. Lungs feel like they're about to burst. I have to make it.
I thought I was a goner for sure. You could have just left me to die.
Dead men tell no tales, McGuire. I need you to sing your song for the grand jury.
He's not very fast, but he's still chasing us.
Turn out the light! Hide in here, quickly!
He's gone now. What happened to them, Dr. Carter?
The bioagent is designed to repair damaged tissue. Somehow it must have reanimated that guard's corpse.
Did you hear something? Oh my, it's Dr. Shepard and Dr. Glenn. They are...
Dead and reanimated, just like that guard. Don't let them bite you. They could be infectious.
How many of them are there?
No way of knowing for sure. Could be the entire lab staff was infected while we were safe in the isolation ward. You're small enough to fit in that ventilation duct. You'll be safe in there and can use it to get out of the lab.
But what about you? Do you think separating is really the best idea with all of these things running around? I'll be back with help. I promise.
Please, hurry.
Nice night for a relaxing swim. Too bad the Don's boys couldn't join us.
They must think we're dead. Let's get out of the storm before we prove them right.
You play it pretty tough, Marshal, but you're a real softie. I can always tell.
McGuire, just don't get used to walking around without cuffs on.
Help! Help! You've got to help me. My friend is trapped inside with more of those things.
Hold up, Marshal. You just wasted these rent-a-cops without even batting an eyelash.
It's not what you think. They were already dead.
Not dead. Undead. Only way to stop them for good is to disrupt their lower brain function. Double tap is your best option.
You've seen this kind of thing before?
Was hoping to never see it again. What happened here?
The hurricane knocked out the power in the middle of the experiment. The bioagent we were working on got released into the lab and turned the workers into those things. Dr. Carter and I were spared because we were in the isolation ward.
Grab that guard's gun.
Nice to see you finally trusting me with some hardware, Marshal. How many of these things are we talking about?
Worst case, if the entire staff was infected, 52.
What? 52 more of those zombies? No way, sister. Mrs. McGuire might have raised a snitch, but she didn't raise no fool. Count me out.
47. Those 5 back there don't count anymore. And yeah, you're coming with us.
Damn it, the power is out and my access card can't open the doors.
Wait, how do we know it's safe to go in there and not get turned into one of those undead things?
She made it out alive. The virus has found a host and isn't airborne anymore.
You sure seem to know a lot about the situation here for someone who just washed up from the storm.
Yeah, Marshal. How come you know so freaking much? I should have taken my chances and stayed back in that jail cell. I knew coming in here was a bad idea. Now what the heck are we gonna do?
We have to save Dr. Carter.
Remember, to aim for the head. Got to make every shot count.
Come back! Where is he going?
His true colors are showing. A snitch and a coward.
Sorry, Marshal, but I gotta take care of number 1 first. It's just business.
Stay close. Don't let them separate us.
But there are so many of them.
Not as many yet. Make a run for that hallway.
That was way too close for comfort. Good thing they move so slow.
Trouble is, now they're between us and McGuire, and I'm out of ammo.
Dr. Carter is this way. We've got to save him. He's been on his own for a long time now.
I can't let McGuire get away.
If Dr. Carter hadn't tried to shut down the experiment, I would most likely be one of those zombies now. I owe him.
This doctor friend of yours had better be worth the effort. McGuire is the key witness against the biggest mobster on the East Coast.
Your prisoner won't get far in this storm. With winds like that, he'll have to find shelter nearby.
These things move so slow, they make me look like a track star. Almost home free. Damn it. These stiffs are on my scent like a bloodhound. Gotta lose them fast. This place looks as good as any to hold up. Hey, you're not supposed to be in here. This is private property. Don't think this bunch is big on reading no trespassing signs. Nothing personal, it's just business.
How do you know so much about these things? You said you've seen them before.
Before I joined the Marshal Service, I was a Navy SEAL. We got sent on some hairy missions. I've seen things you wouldn't believe.
You've got to give me more than that.
Sorry, classified.
Don't you think that, given our current circumstances, you could bend the rules a little?
Watch out! Nice save. You're pretty handy with an axe.
I only owe you about 10 more saves.
17 more. But who's counting? What makes you so sure your doctor friend is still down here?
We hid from the infected in these labs earlier. It's the most logical place for him to be.
Lucky if he isn't dead or worse by now. Get behind me, quick!
Dr. Carter!
Stand back. Don't touch him. He may be infected.
Not infected! I've been fighting them for hours, but they haven't bitten or scratched me. Beth, thank goodness you're safe.
I came back as soon as I could find help.
Who's your friend here?
Jake Law, US Marshal Service. How did you manage to stay in one piece this long all by yourself?
The reanimated are relentless, but with a few hits from a solid object like this lead pipe, I've been able to put them down. Having a gun must make it easier.
It did, before I ran out of ammo.
Here, you look like you can make better use of this than me.
Fair enough. Now let's get out of here.
We can't leave yet. We've got to make our way to the security office.
Why? What for?
Braxton has a vaccine to the bioweapon locked in a safe in the security office.
No time for that. I've got an escaped prisoner to hunt down. I already burnt too much time looking for you.
That vaccine is our only hope of keeping this virus from spreading out of control. We've got to get it.
Every minute McGuire's on the loose drops my chances of recapturing him. But if this vaccine will really help stop the virus, then let's go get it.
We've tested the vaccine on lab animals and it showed great promise, but there were never any human subjects. Until now.
Why didn't I know about this vaccine? I've never heard about it until now.
Sorry, above your security clearance.
You men and all your secrets.
Don't see any of those stiffs following me. Yet.
Hey there. It's crazy weather out. You need a lift?
Nice wheels. Always wanted one of these.
My car! You can't just leave me here.
That's a security office where Braxton keeps a vaccine.
I guess it would have been too easy if it wasn't surrounded by a pack of our former coworkers.
Let's make this quick. We'll draw them away from the office, and Beth can go in and grab the vaccine.
Skip the misplaced chivalry. I've been fighting these things just as long as you boys. Besides, I don't know where the vaccine is. Top secret, remember?
I'm the only one who knows where it is. I propose you both distract the reanimated away, and I'll go in and get it.
You don't know what's waiting for you behind that door. We're only gonna get one chance at this. I'll lead them away, and you both go for the vaccine.
You sure you're up for this?
It won't catch me. You two just don't take all day getting that vaccine. Hey, slackers! Over here! Come and get me!
She's got a lot of courage.
You don't know the half of it. Earlier today, she risked her career to help me try and stop this mess from getting started in the first place.
So what happened?
Braxton?
Got these zombies away from the security office. Now I just need to keep them from catching me. The isolation ward kept us from getting infected earlier. The reinforced door should keep these zombies out. Is that Carol Crawford? I never liked that nosy bitch, but she didn't deserve to end up like that. No one deserves to end up like that.
What to do now? I got Don Mario and his boy working hard to rub me out. That marshal ain't gonna just forget about me. And then there's all those stiffs walking the streets. Best bet is to hightail it out of Miami. Put some distance between me and all my troubles. Damn it, it's like a parking lot out here. Everybody and their brother trying to leave at once and jamming the roads.
This is Vanessa Rodriguez for Channel 5 News, live from the eye of the hurricane at the scene of a massive traffic jam on the JFK Causeway Bridge. Many residents who failed to evacuate before the hurricane arrived are now using this break in the storm to try and get out of the city.
So nice of your associate to lure those away from our door. They have had us barricaded in here since the accident. The walls of that isolation ward she's hiding in are nowhere near as fortified as this secure office, and our walls are barely held. She doesn't have much time left.
Don't look so happy with yourself, Braxton. That news reporter will be very interested in hearing that you could have shut down the experiment before the storm and prevented this virus outbreak.
You can count on the FBI and CDC investigating your role in this as well. After I purge the contaminated wastewater in the lab, you'll all be hard-pressed to pin anything on me.
Are you insane? The contaminated water will spread the virus out into the city and infect more people.
Nonsense, Carter. The storm will dilute the virus and render it harmless and undetectable. What makes you think we're just going to stand around and let you get away with this? Your rent-a-cops don't scare me. It appears you have a choice to make. Save your friend in the isolation ward, or try and stop me. What's it going to be, Marshal?